Let's make sure you are all set up to bid and donate tonight. Grab your phone, tablet, or laptop and open any browser window. Go to give2gbgh.ca. Click Sign Up at the top right corner of the page. Enter a few simple contact details and click Submit. You will then be asked to save your credit card details to make bidding and donating in the moment so much easier. Let's make sure you are all set up to bid and donate tonight. Grab your phone, tablet, or laptop and open any browser window. Go to give2gbgh.ca. Click Sign Up at the top right corner of the page. Enter a few simple contact details and click Submit. You will then be asked to save your credit card details to make bidding and donating in the moment so much easier.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sarah Langsher, one of your co-hosts this evening. Welcome to those of you joining us from home. Please help us kick off tonight. I'd like to start with some wonderful musical entertainment this evening, which is sponsored by Georgian Radiology. Please help me welcome Nelson Saboro and band.
Check. Thank you very much.
mind, it's alright. Come and see me in the middle of the night. On the slide, anytime feels good. This is you and me. I don't mind, it's alright. Come and see me in the middle of the night. I'll bide my time, I'll wait in line. One day you'll love me. One day you'll see. Out and seek, sometimes you find what you really need. All day long, right in front of me. Well, I'm on my way to you, yeah. Well, that's why I gotta push on through. In your arms, it's all I really wanna do. I don't mind, it's alright. Come and see me in the middle of the night. On the slide, anytime feels good when it's you and me. Yeah. I don't mind, it's alright. Come and see me in the middle of the night. Bide my time, I'm waiting in line. One day you'll love me. Just one day. Ladies and gentlemen, on the bass, we have Mr. Ricardo DeGaia. And over here to my left, your right, this is May Akinuma on the saxophone. And back here, this blue-eyed handsome devil, this is Mr. Stefan Loibus. I don't mind, it's alright. Come and see me in the middle of the night. On the side, yeah, anytime it feels good when it's you and me. Yeah. I don't mind, it's alright. Come and see me in the middle of the night. On the side, anytime feels good when it's you and me and you and me, babe. I don't mind, it's alright. Come and see me in the middle of the night. Bide my time, I'll wait in line. One day you'll love me, yeah. One day you'll see. Hey, thank you guys very much.
Welcome, everyone, to the Power of Giving Hybrid Gala. Thanks to the great team of tech professionals at MTAV, we are thrilled to welcome our guests at home, along with all of you here for an amazing event to celebrate our Georgian Bay General Hospital. I'm Sarah Lancashire, chair of this year's Power of Giving Gala Committee, and it is my pleasure to be co-hosting with Dr. Samantha Nutt.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Now, you may have been expecting General Romeo Dallaire, whom I know very, very well, and I'm sorry you're stuck with me instead, but I do have a letter that I want to read to you this evening. So, dear Power of Giving attendees, I'm sorry I cannot be there with you tonight, but rest assured you are in extremely capable hands. Sam is perhaps the single greatest speaker in the country. She will move and inspire you, and I hope you will reciprocate by giving generously to the important and life-changing work of the Georgian Bay General Hospital Foundation. That was from my mother. But I do know that Senator Dallaire sends his regrets. One of the great privileges I have had as a physician, I've been going in and out of war zones for the last 25 years. And I have worked alongside General Dallaire, and we have done many speaking engagements and other events in support of war-affected children together. And I know he would have very much loved to have been here with all of you tonight. And it's a shame that he isn't, and it's a shame that you're stuck with me instead. But I do hope that we're going to have some fun here tonight, and I do hope that we're going to raise some extremely important money for this terrific cause. Just a little bit of background about me. In addition to my work as the founder and president of War Child Canada, which is why I've been going in and out of war zones for many years, I'm also a staff physician at Women's College Hospital in Toronto, and I'm a public health specialist, which isn't the best job these days. And I've also had the privilege of having spent quite a bit of time working in emergency departments, particularly in Haliburton, so not too far from here. So I do have a sense of the kinds of issues that the hospital is facing every day and that many of you confront should you need medical attention here locally. So it's an honor and privilege for me to be with you tonight, and I can't wait to learn more and to meet you all and to raise some important money together. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Sam. Oop, that's you. Oop, that's you. And Dr. Nutt, it's an absolute honor to have you here with us this evening, and we're really especially grateful that you are willing to arrange your schedule to help us out on such short notice, and the note from your mother was priceless. But our next step here is, as with all Georgian Bay General events, we want to acknowledge the lands on which we live, play, and work. So if I can call your attentions to the screens here for our land acknowledgement.
Georgian Bay General Hospital and the Georgian Bay General Hospital Foundation acknowledge the land on which we are located is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe people. We recognize our location rests within the ancestral lands of the Coldwater Narrows Treaty and Williams Treaty territories. We acknowledge the Tri-Council First Nations, Beausoleil, Georgina Island, and Rama, members and families past and present. Georgian Bay General Hospital and the Georgian Bay General Hospital Foundation will strive to unify the relationship between Indigenous and non-Indigenous people. We will identify gaps in our health service and establish measurable goals in health outcomes between Indigenous and non-Indigenous communities. We pledge to work towards equality while serving all patients with respect, compassion, understanding, and empathy without prejudice or racism. We embrace the opportunity of knowledge sharing to improve our allyship in providing culturally safe healthcare services to all First Nation, Métis, and Inuit patients.
I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our hosts for this evening, Discovery Harbor and Drayton Entertainment. They've been very generous to accommodate our many requests, and they even ordered this fabulous fall evening for us. That's what they told me anyway. And a special thank you to Heirloom Food Company for all the delicious food stations that I hope you've partaken in, that we're enjoying here tonight. For those of you here at home, I hope you're all settled in with a tasty treat and a drink as well. The reason that we're all coming together this evening is for our Georgian Bay General Hospital. We all have a part to play in the health and well-being of our community, and it starts with a strong community hospital that can meet the current and future needs from infants and children to our seniors. As a registered nurse, I know how vital it is for our healthcare providers to have the equipment to diagnose and provide care, especially when every second counts. such as when someone arrives at the emergency department with crushing chest pains or experiencing thoughts of self-harm. We need to be prepared for every scenario. The team at GBGH has worked tirelessly over the past few years, facing challenge after challenge and showing up each day for thousands of patients. We want to show our amazing healthcare teams that we are here for them.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Now, this evening, as you know, we're focusing on mental health awareness and advocacy. And I thought it would be helpful to maybe just start with some statistics that kind of put the issue into perspective. It's hard to imagine, but 1 out of every 5 Canadians will experience some kind of mental illness in any given year. But by the time we hit 40, for those of us who are over 40, and I'm definitely included in that category, it actually is as high as 1 in 2. And the disease burden of mental illness and substance abuse is higher than you might imagine. It's about 1.5 times higher than the disease burden caused by cancer, and 7 times higher than the disease burden caused by infectious diseases. And I've seen that play out firsthand, not only as a doctor, even working in a busy downtown hospital where you would think it would be easier to get access to critical mental health services, but especially in rural communities and especially in places where it can be very intimidating for people to even go to hospital to seek care because it isn't available in its full form locally. I remember being a physician working in Haliburton in the emergency department, and it was just me, and it was one of those very long Friday evenings. And I had graduated not that many years before. And on this particular evening, speaking of sort of mental illness and substance abuse, a patient who had been coming into the emergency department with a fair degree of frequency, who was struggling with some mental illness and substance abuse issues, hit a car full of teenagers on Friday night at midnight. And several of the teenagers were extremely badly injured, and one was killed instantly. Another one ended up presenting to our emergency department with severe brain trauma. And being in that small emergency department, one of the hardest things to confront was not only was I trying on my own to deal with what had happened to this car full of teenagers, but in a small community, of course, word got out very quickly that this had happened, and people started flooding to the emergency department to find out if their children were one of the children who had been critically injured. Meanwhile, in that same emergency department, I was also having to care for the drunk driver who had hit the car full of teenagers. And so you can imagine this kind of situation playing out in emergency departments in communities such as this one all the time. And having the resources available, having the skilled personnel available to be able to provide support when it's needed, but to also be able to mobilize from a prevention perspective. If we had the resources to be able to properly provide for the man who unfortunately ended up killing some young people on that particular evening, perhaps we would have achieved a different outcome. And I think that that's what tonight is about. It is about achieving different outcomes. It is about removing the barriers that so many people in our communities face when it comes to accessing mental health services, when it comes to accessing treatment for addictions, for example. It's in all of our best interests. It keeps us safe. It keeps us moving forward, and it provides when we need it the most. So I want to thank you all for the contributions that you've already made, but the night is young, and there is plenty of opportunity for you to continue to support this extremely critical work. And I want to end with just this sort of closing statement here. Discussing mental illness is a very personal topic for people. And so I think as we proceed over the course of tonight, just keep an open heart and an open mind and respect one another as we continue to learn and share together. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Nutt. So as we talked about, yes, there's a number of ways that you can support the hospital this evening. The online auction is proudly sponsored by Thor Wealth Management and is open for bidding until 9 p.m. tonight. You can check out all the items and bid generously at www.giveToGBGH.ca. Auction items have been donated by many businesses in the community and beyond, with all the proceeds that will support the critical needs for GBGH. You can also make a donation through the exact same site, helping us achieve our goal to raise $100,000 before 8 o'clock tonight. So there's your target to hit. And to help us with that goal this evening, we are so excited to welcome back Lane the Auctionista. Lane has helped us to raise more than $800,000 over the past 2 years. And we know they will bring their energy to the stage later on to help us reach that goal yet again tonight. You are in for quite a treat. Now what I would like to do, I'd actually like to invite Sabrina Staunton and Ryan Lesperance from Faris team to come to the stage, please. Faris Team Real Estate Brokerage is our presenting sponsor this evening, as they have been for the Power of Giving virtual galas for the past 2 years. Faris Team is made up of an incredible group of professionals who truly believe in giving back. They commit a donation from every real estate transaction in this area to the GBGH Foundation. And we are thrilled to have nearly the entire local real estate team here tonight. Please help me to welcome Ryan and Sabrina.
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming tonight. We're very proud to be sponsoring this event, and in particular to be in support of our General Hospital. Also want to thank the foundation for all the work you guys put in. But we first learned a lot about the hospital at the Breakfast of Champions. So if you ever get a chance to go learn more about the hospital, the Breakfast of Champions, you will learn the deep needs that the hospital has to provide for our community. It's not just given from the government. And those needs that we learned about are very important to us and our families that are growing and the people coming to this community. And in particular, the foundation does a great job in being great stewards of our funds, and I've seen that year over year, so thank you.
I know personally the hospital has been a great asset for myself and my family. I have, a lot of family that's been in need for various reasons, including my kids and even Ryan's family as well. And the hospital means so much to everyone. And in order for it to continue to help us, we have to help them, and we have to give generously. So tonight is about giving, so we hope that everyone will consider our local hospital as a big asset to our community and for everyone that moves here. And it's always something we mention when we have clients coming in, that we have this fabulous local hospital. So please give generously, and we are very privileged to be a part of this event, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Ryan and Sabrina, and thank you to everyone at Faris Team who continues to make Georgian Bay General Hospital a priority. Let's just take a minute on the leaderboard here to check in on the online auction. There are some amazing packages and items available, including passes to Veta Nordic Spa, fly-in fishing and cabin experience from True North Airways, an ultimate exotic supercar VIP experience, Toronto Maple Leaf tickets, and so much more. You can also bid on Alex McLaughlin's beautiful painting from our live art demonstration, which is over to my left, which is sponsored this evening by LabX Media Group. And again, don't forget, the auction closes tonight at 9 p.m., so make sure you get your bids in early and bid them high. I also have the pleasure now of introducing you to a very special family. They couldn't join us here in person this evening, but they have a very special announcement to share with us. And again, I'll bring your attention to the screens.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Jane Miller. This is my sister, Deborah Bazinet, and this is my other sister, Brenda Bazinet. We're the daughters of Ernest Bazinet.
Over the past couple of years, our father suffered from dementia and required numerous visits to the hospital for care. And the last time being a year ago this August when he passed away.
We were very thankful to the nurses and doctors and all the staff at the hospital for the quality of care that they delivered.
We would like to make an announcement tonight that in honor of our father Ernest Bazinet, we will be matching up to a total of $50,000 in donations for the hospital. So please be generous and give from your heart.
Thanks, everyone. Good
Thank you.
night. Good night.
Wow, did you hear that? The Bazinet family is going to double your donations this evening, meaning every gift is going to have an even greater impact for GBGH. Thank you to Jane, Brenda, and Deborah and the entire Bazinet family for this generous gift to help us reach our goal of $100,000 in donations this evening. Okay, folks, now it's time to give. For those of you here in person, if you need any assistance at all in making your donation this evening, you can head over to the donation station, again to my left, which is sponsored by Triple Tech. For those of you at home or here in person, you can also easily make your gift tonight from the comfort of your own phone through our event page, give2gbgh.ca, and just click on that donate tab at the top of the page. To further inspire us this evening, this is really special, we are pleased to welcome Victoria Butler, who is the Poet Laureate for the City of Barrie from 2018 to 2022, and is the first woman to hold this title. She has authored an original poem for our gala this evening and is here to share it with us. Please welcome Victoria.
This poem is based on a true story, one where I watched someone I love sit in a hospital waiting room for 3 days because there were no beds available in the mental health ward. It's called Indigo Heart. You are laughing in the passenger seat when I pick you up, holding a peanut butter sandwich, saying, "Dinner for the road," and "We have to stop hanging out like this." It is 30 minutes south until someone can help you. So I am doing my best to keep you here. The nurse is stern, not because she wants to be, but because she has to be. You tell her what you're thinking, and I watch the crease form in your facade. The room is bright, the reclining chair dark blue. There is a wait, they say. When I call you in the morning, you tell me you slept in the indigo. By the third day, it's as if you have melted, hot skin stuck to the chair's vinyl, your mind only surviving because they are watching. I watch the sunset burn through my drive home, listen to a distraction, reconcile my hope and my fury. 5 nights and only 2 beds. In my nightmares, I can still see you in the waiting room fluorescence, a weak smile and forced patience. If I could, I would take the broken glass from your heart, crush it between my palms to show you it will not hurt me. I would pierce a small light through your fog until I found you, sit down beside you in the mist and say nothing. I would call in your name, say you're under the weather, because sometimes brains get sick even if you can't see their fever. If I could, I would build a new language, a special tongue where shame cannot translate and love is never heavy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Victoria Butler. That was absolutely wonderful and very heartfelt words. So I already spoke to you a little bit about what it's like being a physician on the front lines, trying to navigate some of the sort of intersection of various mental health and addiction issues with very few resources at your disposal and very few supports. And I'm going to take a different sort of path here and talk about something that's a little bit more personal in nature, which is to say that I think, we all at various points in our lives find ourselves, hopefully, in a position where we need to depend on someone else because we don't have the strength and we don't have the reserves and we don't have the emotional wherewithal to be able to do it, and that person, or maybe more than one person, is there to support us and to provide us with that level of care. In my own life, when I was a teenager, both of my grandparents suffered from fairly severe addictions. They were alcoholics, Scottish descent, and I watched my grandfather die of cirrhosis of the liver in a very slow and painful way. He was of that generation where you just didn't talk about what happened, and he had survived the Second World War and lived with many demons of his own, as did my grandmother, and unfortunately raised their 4 children in that kind of environment. And when I was in my early teens, I experienced a situation that left me feeling very afraid and unwell as well, shortly after my grandfather's death. And I was very fortunate at that moment in time that I was supported by a wonderful teacher who's actually become a very good friend of mine even now, 40 years later, and almost like a surrogate parent. But had she not intervened in my life at that moment, I'm not sure that I would be standing here today to even have a conversation with you. I probably would have, I don't know. I mean, who knows what would have transpired, but I certainly didn't feel like getting up every day, and I certainly didn't feel like my life could go on the way that it was. And since then, I have gone on to lead an organization, to build an organization that works in war-torn countries throughout the world, that works with 600,000 children and their families every single year. But it was that one moment where I felt extremely vulnerable, and those supports were there for me, that has in many ways defined my life and shaped it, and also been what I think about when I consider why I do what I do, because I know what it means to be a child who feels vulnerable and who feels frightened and who feels that life may not be worth pursuing anymore. And so it's been a great privilege for me to be able to give back in that way. As a physician, I can also say, having gone in and out of war zones for 25 years, I have come under heavy gunfire. I have been deathly afraid of my life. I have been threatened with sexual violence more times than it is possible to count, I think, for one lifetime. And I have lost far too many dear friends of mine to conflict. It has at times been very difficult to confront that, to be honest about that. We all like to live with this myth of invincibility, right? And admitting when you are vulnerable and when you need help is one of the toughest things. But I tell you what, it's even tougher when that help is far away, when it's not part of your community, and when it doesn't feel familiar to you, when it is very difficult to access. And that's what I see, particularly for so many patients that I deal with, that in those really critical moments when what you really need is support, some therapy, a diagnosis, maybe some medication, maybe a brief or an extended hospitalization. Every layer that gets added, every distance that gets built in to the challenge of accessing that care puts that person's life at risk, but it also puts the lives of everyone that person touches at risk, because it is a hardship and a grief when you can't provide for someone that you care about, that is very difficult to reconcile. You know, about 4 years ago, I lost my father very suddenly. And as a doctor, the one thing that you try to do is you just keep going. And you just keep going, and you just keep going, and you just keep going. And it's only when that moment comes when the wave finally crashes on top of you and pulls you under. And then you go, I've got nothing left. Like, I can't be what I need to be for my patients because I can't take care of myself. And, I've been very fortunate as a practitioner that at least within our circle of care at our hospital, that I've had good people who've turned around and said, you know what, just go and have a few months and just be able to recover and to be able to consider and reflect and cope with that loss. And to do that, again, you need to have a network, and you need to have good supports, and you need to have people who are investing in that network, as I know all of you are here this evening. But I will say this, it isn't a one-shot deal. It's great that you're all here tonight. It's fantastic. We hope we raise a lot of money. But I also hope that as you move forward, that you will consider that this is an investment that you need to continue making for the people of your community, for the patients who need the care, and also for the doctors who, and many of us are still feeling that in the wake of the pandemic, and nurses and other healthcare providers who are feeling very spent, very burnt out, and who might have their own mental health needs that have to be supported too. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky that I had the right people come into my life when I needed it the most. I ended up being the first person in my family to go on to university, to graduate from university. My sister was the second. There are certainly still many other members of our family who wrestle with addiction and mental illness. And I just feel very grateful that that when I needed it most, that support was there for me. And I'm also very grateful that for people who will need it in the future, that you have been there for them by being here and donating this evening. So with that, I want to just introduce something that I think is going to really move you. It certainly moved me. It's one of the most moving things that I have seen at an event like this through the course of my career. I know some of the information in there is sensitive. It may surprise some of you, but I hope that you will give it your undivided attention. It's another example of someone who is making themselves vulnerable in order to prove how important this work is and how much your commitment means this evening. So I'm going to let them start the video. Thank you very much.
In 2017, I was working at Soldiers in Aurelia. In February of that year, I decided that the burden that I thought I was putting on my family and my friends, my coworkers, needed to stop. Attempting suicide was something that is hard for me to talk about now, but it is the reality of what I faced. My name is Nicole Krafchuk. Many of you will know me as the Executive Director for Georgian Bay General Hospital Foundation. Most of you will not know that I struggle with mental illness and have for a very long time. I grew up in an environment where you just needed to be strong, but inside, that's not how I felt. Getting help wasn't something that was top of mind for me until it became so dire and such a crisis that I had to. I drove to Soldiers in Aurelia that night from my home in Tiny because I knew that they had a mental health program. There was really no other option for me. The only thing that stopped me from doing what I was doing were the faces of my family really flashing before my eyes. Just give me a second. I was assessed by a doctor who deemed that I needed to be placed on a Form 1 and further assessed by a psychiatrist who thankfully existed at Soldiers because of the mental health program that they have there. And I'm thankful that that hospital had the program that they did. I was an inpatient for several days. I would say it was a good 18 months that I was back and forth to Soldiers, getting care and treatment, trying to heal. I remember those care providers to this day, and I'm so grateful that I had that.
As an emerge physician, we're well equipped to be able to deal with trauma, accidents, and a whole host of things that fall under emergency medicine. Certainly we can provide some minimal stabilization, but we don't have psychiatry in-house. We don't have the resources available in our hospital. We're bound by a referral process that can take hours to days to actually get someone the help that they need. We're seeing so many more people with acute depression, acute psychosis, suicidal ideations, people that want to hurt themselves because they've got nowhere else to go.
GBGH has submitted a proposal to the Government of Ontario for a large-scale expansion of acute mental health programming. Currently in Simcoe, Muskoka, individuals wait nearly twice as long to access mental health care as those that are in the GTA.
GBGH, I think, would tremendously benefit from having mental health beds in-house. I think that's one of the things that we've been advocating for a long time and unfortunately haven't been able to get yet.
People are getting lost in this system, and people are suffering. And whether it's your neighbor, your grandmother, your father, or your brother or sister, mental health does not discriminate.
If we had mental health beds, if we had access to psychiatric services on an urgent basis, we would not only be able to expedite their care, but provide them a better quality of care.
The building that GBGH has designed is a comprehensive, roughly 60,000 square foot building. It is open and airy and includes a 36-bed inpatient unit as well as an outpatient program to allow for comprehensive care.
GBGH is an incredible hospital. It's an exceptional hospital. And I really look forward to seeing what the future of GBGH is with the continued investment of the community.
For donors, today is an opportunity to bridge the gap for patients who don't have access to care. This will be critical in ensuring that your neighbor, your friends, and your family are getting the access they need and the support they need from their local hospital.
I know what care can look like when it is all in one building or facility, and I want that for my hospital, for your hospital, and for GBGH.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Nicole, I'm looking in your eyes right now. And I want to applaud you for your courage. You want to talk about vulnerability. Let's talk about courage. Friends, tonight is a very significant evening. Firstly, because we are back in person after 2 years of being virtual. And I want to say hello to the home audience, and we appreciate that you are all here with us tonight. We feel you. I am telling you, we all feel you. And after 2 years of virtual, here we stand. We stand together. And Nicole, we stand behind you, and we stand behind all the patients, this entire community, to make a difference. Now, there is something very significant that I have learned about this community. These people that were only on the other side of a camera for me the last 2 years. I am seeing you now. I am chatting with you. I am talking with you. And I am truly feeling the spirit of giving tonight. Because each and every one of you, and each and every one of you at home, has committed to GBGH over the last 2 years. Virtually, over the last 2 years, Sarah said that we have raised $800,000. That is unbelievable. But tonight, as much as we are here and we are craving that social time together, as much as that is important tonight, there is one other thing that is important. That we come together in an even deeper way and stand behind GBGH and raise this $100,000 to bring acute mental health services to this community. That's what it's all about. So now, all of you have a smartphone, don't you? One person has put their hand up. That is exceptional. How can that be? Open up your smartphones, kids. Let's do it. We are going to raise money. Now, you heard Sarah. There is a volunteer donation station right down here to my left. If there is some reason, some unknown reason that you are not able to use your smartphone to make a donation, please head over to the donation station. They will help you. We also have volunteers everywhere. They can help you turn on your smartphone if you don't know how to do that. And when we speak about togetherness, when we speak about coming together as a community and doing something incredible, I do want to say thank you to the Bazinet family once again. I mean, stepping forward with a $50,000 match gift is incredible. But in my little Lane the Auctionista brain, I think to myself, now hold it. We have a $100,000 goal. And we have all these beautiful people standing in front of me that need to raise another $50,000 so the Bazinets can cut their check and we can double it into $100,000. If you are a financial advisor, you will know the ROI on that is excellent. But Lane is changing the goal because I don't believe that $100,000 is okay. I think we need to double that to $200,000 tonight. That's what I think we need to do. Yes, you can cheer for that. And you are lucky that this is a virtual event because I can't come past this microphone stand. But I am telling you, we are going to start and we are going to get going. So I am asking everybody at home, you know how to do this. Give to gbgh.ca. You're going to go to the donate tab. You're going to pick one of the preset donation amounts, or you can pick the other, which is my favorite, where you pick your favorite number and add as many zeros to the end of it as you possibly can. Now, I want to see the wave of philanthropy in this space. I want to see the wave of philanthropy hit this totalizer right now. So I am asking everybody, are you ready? Yes! The same 6 people with the smartphones are ready. Not cool. Are you all ready? Yeah! We are going to do what we do best, and that is come together and raise money. So let's get going. We got to get $50,000 on that screen in the next couple of minutes because I want the Bazinets to write the check tonight. So let's get going. I can already see Annie and Robbie Evans at $1,000 and Stephen Haley, baby, $100. Let's get some names up on the board. Don't be shy. Don't look at the screen. Look at your phones, folks. All right. Glenn Keenan, you're in at $1,000. Hold it. Is that a test or does that say $1 million from an anonymous donor? That's a test. Okay, so we know that it works. All right, let's get going. We are at $15,897. Let's say thank you to Jerry Van Dyke for a $1,000 gift. The Leonard family, $5,000, baby. There we go. We are now at $21,000. The Corshit family, $5,000. Lisa Stanley in at $500. Sandra Anstey, you're in at $100. Come on, everybody. Let's get moving. Don't be shy. Let's go. Let's go. Jeff Beeston, you are in at $300. Maureen Bond, $250. Yeah, baby. Come on. We are at $21,000. Peter and Cheryl Kizoff, $1,000. Oh, wow. Now here we go. An anonymous donor at $5,000. Let's get going. We're at $30,000. Let's go, kids. I want to come out there so badly. So badly. I want to love you up so big. I got to tell you. Okay, who else do we have here? Let's get some more names up on the board. We're at $30,000. I am telling you right now, failure is not an option. Failure is not an option. Make sure you get do you have a smartphone? They're looking at me like I've got 6 heads. But you know what? That's okay. We're going to look after you at the donation station. We are sitting at $30,000. There are 300 people in front of me. 300 people. That means the $50 gift should be hitting the board. The $1,000 gift should be hitting the board. Let's get going. Catherine Slikerman, $1,000 from Catherine. Yay! Gordon Hagan, $2,000 from Gordon. We are at $30,000, $30,400. And to my friends at home, be a part of this moment with us. We need everybody to be on board. And I just want to say, imagine if everybody here gives a donation, if everybody here is a part of this moment. Catherine, thank you for the $1,000. Let's get some more names on the board. We're sitting at $30,400, my friends. $30,400. We need 20 grand. Do I have anybody in the house right now that would like to give a $20,000 gift? Just put your hand up and we will find you. We can fundraise in the dark, trust me. Do I have anybody at $10,000? Gord Brandt says, yeah, Lane, baby, I'm in at $1,000. Jenna Defoe, thank you for your $300 gift. We're at $31,700. My friends, let's get going. Every single gift makes a difference. A $50 gift, a $1,000 gift, a $5,000 gift. You decide. You decide what is right for you tonight. Ryan and Andrea Lesperance, thank you so much, my friends, for a $1,000 gift tonight. All right, we're sitting at $33,000. Okay, we've got 17 grand to go. Who does not want to let the bassinets down? We don't. Put your hands up right now. If you're going to make a gift, if you are going to make a gift tonight, put your hands up right now. Let's get on that smartphone. It's very, very easy. Just go to the donate tab, and what you're going to do is you're going to select one of the predetermined donation amounts, or you can pick the other amount where you can put in any number you want. Sabrina Staunton, thank you very much for $1,000. Kids, we are sitting at 34 grand. I need 16 people at $1,000 right now. You remember that every donation will receive a charitable tax receipt. But we need to do this. We need to dig deep. We need to make sure that this happens. Let's get some more names up on the board. Let's get everybody's name up on the board tonight. I see some more names popping up. Peter Coatster. I'm sorry if I've missed. Emily Queenan, 500. Peter is in at 1,000. We're sitting at $35,640. Let's get some 500s. Let's get some 100s. Let's get lots more gifts going. We've got to make sure that we can get the bassinets $50,000 loaded into this totalizer so that we can light up the night with $100,000. Chris and Candace Bondar, 10 grand! Yeah! There it is. There it is. We are sitting at $45,647. I need 5 heroes or sheroes, 5 of you that say tonight, I am planting my flag. I am standing beside GBGH and I am going to give $1,000 right now. Anybody? Let's go. 5,000, 4,000. How about a $2,000 gift? How about a $1,000 gift? How about a $500 gift? Okay, Alaire Holmes said, Lane, I'm going to give you 1,000. Yeah, baby, we got another 1,000. We are $3,400 away from $50,000. Now, here's where it's going to get interesting. Have you ever heard of a double dipper donor? Maybe you gave at the beginning of the Fund a Need. Maybe you gave $100, and maybe you're thinking to yourself, you know what? I can do a little bit more. I can do a little bit more. I need 5 or 10 more people to just do this for us. Make sure we get to that $50,000. Let's do it. We're at $46,890. Hold it. Okay, hang on, everybody. Sarah, you're flagging me. What's going on? You have an announcement. Okay. Something is happening. I have no idea what's going on. Hi there. Welcome to the show. How are you? Thank you. You have something to say? So let's get you to the mic.
Good evening, friends. I am Dave Colagiacomo, shareholder with Cola and Developments Corporation. We are currently working in Midland doing renovations on the medical building behind the hospital, as well as the Midland Town Center on Palm Beach Road. We value friendship, dedication, and commitment, and we'd like to share these gifts with you, the community, and the hospital. It has been inspiring this evening to witness such generosity for Georgian Bay General Hospital. On behalf of Coland, we would like to add a $20,000 gift to the Power of Giving Gala this evening. We will also invest another $80,000 over the next couple of years as the needs of this hospital are long-term, and we are committed to a partnership that will help strengthen healthcare in this community. A big thank you to the Foundation for making this a great event this evening, and everyone for coming together for Georgian Bay General Hospital. Thank you.
Amazing! Yeah, baby! There it is! You know what? There it is. Right now, we are at $69,600. Nancy Martin came in at $1,000. Gail Hunt came in at $500. And Colin Group, 20 grand. 20 grand. And there is something very important. Are we able to put the Bazinet's 50 in there right now? Can we get that in there so that we can just see what that looks like right there? We just turned $69,000 into $119,600. And before I leave, is there anybody else? Is there anybody else? Anybody else that wants to do something magical tonight? Is there anybody else? There is. Alan and Allison Fryer, 25 grand! The Fryers! I don't know, are the Fryers here tonight? Folks, the Fryers were our lead match donors for our 2020 and 2021 virtual events. They are so generous, so kind. Oh, there's a picture of them right there. That's amazing. How did you do that? How did you do that? The Fryers are here. Okay, that is great. Ladies and gentlemen, folks, friends, community, you've done it again. You've absolutely done it again. We have exceeded our goal, and I'm going to ask you, please, if you haven't made a donation, if your smartphone just wasn't cooperating, go visit the donation station and make your gift tonight. Here's one thing I know. There is not a single person here in front of me that doesn't have capacity to give something tonight. You decide what that number is, make it personal. And in reflecting on Sam's speech and what David just said, please continue supporting for the future. Not just a gift for today, but make a gift for tomorrow as well. My name is Lane the Auctionista. Thank you so much for your generosity. I'm out of here, baby. Have a great rest of the night.
Wow. I was freezing earlier. I am so energized right now. That's just absolutely incredible. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your generosity and for choosing to invest in your hospital this evening. Our fundraising tonight will have a direct impact on the healthcare at Georgian Bay General Hospital. As you heard, GBGH is committed to advancing mental health services in our community, and it will take all of us working together to make this vision a reality. The hospital's monthly giving program is a great way to have a lasting effect on our Georgian Bay General Hospital. You'll receive more information about this program in an email following this event. But I would like to take this moment to encourage you to consider this giving opportunity. I myself contribute on a monthly as part of this monthly giving program, and I can tell you it is the most easiest, most painless way of contributing to your organization on a regular basis. And I strongly encourage you to consider this as part of your your donation portfolio. And as an additional incentive, right now our friends at Bourgeois Auto Group will match your monthly gifts until March the 31st, 2023. So it's a great time, yes. So it's a great time to make a commitment to local health care. Tonight, we had a goal to raise a total of $250,000. We've just seen how your donations are having an impact on our fundraising goal. But we also have sponsors who are making tonight's event possible. Excuse me. And I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to the generous businesses who have partnered with us for the Power of Giving Gala. Our presenter sponsor, Faris Team Real Estate Brokerage, the entertainment sponsor, Georgian Radiology Consultants, keep it coming, keep it coming. Our auction sponsor, Thor Wealth Management, early bird registration sponsor, Perkinsfield Kitchen and Bath, I knew I was going to screw that up, G-Bay Bag sponsors, Bourgeois Auto Group, program sponsor, Marnie and Michael, photo booth sponsor, Garside Limited, transportation sponsor, Penetang Sang and Dravel, donation station sponsor, Triple Tech, welcome cocktail sponsor, Allaire Homes, VIP reception sponsor, Gilkin Construction, and our live art sponsor, LabX Media Group, and our amazing Power of Experience sponsors and our Power of Friendship sponsors. This is the best part. Here you go. Been waiting all night for this. Please join me in a toast to our wonderful business partners. We hope you'll also consider these local businesses when you have a need for their services. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, that's good. Okay, can we take one last check on our grand total for tonight? We factored in all the current auction bids, sponsorships, your donation, the G-Bay Bag purchases, and our total is, hang on a second, $283 and $377, $283,000 and $377. That's way over our goal. That's absolutely amazing. Congratulations, everyone. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. A few last reminders before we bring back our live entertainment this evening. Again, the online auction closes at 9 p.m. tonight. So keep your eye on the prize so you don't miss out on that great item you've been busy on. The donation link will remain open until noon tomorrow, giving everyone a chance to make their first, second, or third gift. Every dollar raised is going to a great cause, so let's continue to blow this goal right out of the water. I would again like to say a special thank you to my co-host this evening, Dr. Samantha Nutt. You're an unbelievable visionary. Thank you. A passionate activist. And I think I speak for everyone here this evening when I say you have really inspired us to think big and bold about the impact that we can each have on our hospital. So thank you so much for being here this evening. And of course, thank you to Nicole Krafsik for your strength, your bravery, and your vulnerability in sharing your story tonight. I have no doubt it will have a lasting impact on all of us. My deepest gratitude to the entire Power of Giving Gala committee. We were a small but mighty team this year, and you all worked tirelessly to put this amazing event together for all of us and our hospital. Thank you so much to the Bazinet family, Alan, Allison Fryer, and David from Colon Developments. Your leadership gifts are paving the way for the future of GBGH. And thank you to each and every one of you. Your participation this evening is having a real impact on our hospital, and we are so very grateful. Now, it is my pleasure to reintroduce you to our live music this evening, sponsored by Georgian Radiology Consultants. We hope that all of you at home and here at Discovery Harbor will enjoy the next set of musical favorites from Nelson Saboral and band. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. Good night, and thank you.
the love inside our pendulum. Maybe one day when we're old and gray, we realize what we could have said. It won't matter either way. We always love me more than words could say. You always love me more than words could say. They say good love is hard to find, even harder, baby, when it's fine. Love something set it free, yeah. Keep on coming back to me. Will you keep on coming back to me? Will you keep on coming back to me? Alright. I just keep messing up. I try to win, but I got no luck. It just brings me down. This race I'm in, I go round and round. She loves me anyway. Yeah, she loves me anyway. She said, baby, everything will be okay. Baby, everything will be okay. Well, I lie, I cheat, I steal. I numb myself so I can't feel. Times I wanna chuck it all, put it all away and put up some wall. She hears me when I call. Yeah, she hears me when I call. She said, baby, everything will be okay. Yeah, yeah. Baby, everything will be okay. Yeah, yeah. I thought I knew what I would do, but I don't know it all. Mistakes were made, I do them all again. Just don't let me break. Say it'll be okay. Well, it might not be worth the pain. I screw it up, I do it again. Hang my head in shame. The same old song, the same refrain. She loves me anyway. Yeah, she loves me anyway. She said, baby, everything will be okay. Baby, everything will be okay. Baby, this mic down in the monitor a bit. It's just feeding back. Tss, tss. Hey, check, check. Tss. Thank you. Loving you is the hardest thing to do. it's true. Still, I'm gonna push on through. Now every day you make it harder to say. Oh, that's okay. Still, I'm gonna find a way. Just roll along till you get yourself. Gonna keep on talking to you till your head above. Anytime, oh, when the world. Sometimes you gotta fall till you can have some. And now one more round. And that's how they bring you down. Oh, just cut 'em loose. Now shaking off these blues. Let's roll along till you get yourself. Gonna keep on talking to you till your head above. Oh, anytime, oh, anyone. Oh, sometimes you gotta fall so you can have some. Oh, yes, I know. Maybe it's true. Everyone says it's love, so tell me I'm the fool. What you gonna do? Not everybody wins, but if you play by the rules. Roll along until you get your some, yeah. Gonna keep on talking to you till your hair's done. Oh, anytime, oh, anyone. Oh, sometimes you gotta fold so you can have some fun. Sometimes you gotta fall so you can have some fun. Sometimes you gotta fall. Well, there you go. Sure as sunshine, you're on my mind. It's hard to tread out this line. So come on down next to me, dear. Let's pass away the time. If I say I love you, know that it's true, even though I'm out of my mind. As long as we live, let's just try to give now, and I'll be your yeah. And the love we make will never keep it, no, on the shelf. If I say I love you, no, that is true, even though I'm out of my mind. As long as we live, let's just try to give now. I'll be yours, and you be mine. When lips taste like a wine, your kiss is so fine. Some ripen, some die on the vine. So come on down here next to me, dear. We'll pass away the time. If I say I love you, no, that is true, even though I'm out of my mind, yeah. As long as we live, let's just try to give now. Now be yours, and you be mine. Be mine, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Well, I left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. And I never lost 1 minute of sleeping, worrying about the way things might have been. A big wheel keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning, and we rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. I cleaned a lot of plates in Memphis, pumped a lot of tank down in New Orleans, and I never saw the good side of the city till I hitched a ride on a riverboat wheel. Big wheel keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning, and we rolling, rolling, we rolling on the river. We'll be rolling, rolling, yeah, 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 yeah. this concludes our live streaming broadcast portion of the evening. So thanks for watching from home or your tablets, wherever you are, if you're out on the river and rolling along with us. And this is for the rest of y'all. You guys are still here, so hopefully we can keep this going all night long.
Wow, what a night. Thank you so much for being with us this evening for the Power of Giving Gala. Although the virtual part of the event is coming to an end, I do want to remind you that the online auction is still open until 9 p.m. tonight. Get your bids in and bid high. Remember that all proceeds from the auction will support the most urgent capital needs at GBGH, so don't be shy. And if you would like to make a first, second, or even third donation to the event, you can do so until 9 p.m. tomorrow evening. Every donation is impactful and helps GBGH to achieve their vision of exceptional care, every person, every time. Just visit the event website at give2gbgh.ca. Lastly, I want to thank you again for your support and participation in this event. It has been heartwarming to witness our community come together to lift up our hospital. You are making a difference. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the evening. Merci, miigwech.